Las Cruces is one of those places that surprises people. I think a lot of people move here without really understanding what day-to-day life might look like or what it feel like. So instead of giving you the highlight reel, I want to tell you about 3 real things that might make Las Cruces exactly where you want to be. Pace of life, affordability and space, and lifestyle and community is what we're going to talk about. My name is Cristal Garcia. I sell real estate and I am the owner of House of Cristal here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I help people relocate here, and pretty often I see pretty quickly who tends to love it and who might not want to stay here because it wasn't the right fit for them. One of the biggest positives here in Las Cruces is the pace of life. It's just slower here. And I really don't mean that in a negative way at all. It's actually one of the biggest things people notice when they move here. For me personally, I used to live in San Diego, California, and it was just constant. It was constant movement. You're racing through traffic on the freeways, on the long arterial roads, always trying to beat the next stoplight. And honestly, one of the biggest things I really disliked was the lack of parking. And then I came here to Las Cruces, and it's the complete opposite experience here. Traffic is way lighter. You're not dealing with that constant freeway pressure, and parking is usually not a thing, so you don't even have to think about it. Parking is everywhere here. And just to give you a little perspective on size here in Las Cruces actually stretches pretty wide from east to west. East would be the Oregon Mountains. West would be the I-10. If you're driving from the very east side of Las Cruces, from Highway 70 all the way to the west side of Las Cruces, basically intersects Interstate I-10, you're looking at roughly about 20 to 30 minutes on a normal day to get across town, depending on lights, of course, and exactly where you're starting and ending. That's it. You cross the entire city from one side to the other within 30 minutes. And what's kind of funny is people always ask about rush hour here. We technically do have it, but it's not like a big city where everything is just locked up. It might slow down a little around school zones. That's typical. Or your main roads, but even then, you're usually talking maybe 25 to 35 minutes during the busiest times. So even though the city looks spread out on a map, in real life, it's still very manageable. You're not sitting in freeway gridlocks or losing hours of your day just getting across town. And for a lot of people, that shift alone from constant rushing to a little bit more relaxed flow is what you're looking for. So if you're just tired of spending hours stuck in traffic and want more time at home with the people you love, the people you care about, or by yourself, you just need your time alone with your pets, whatever, Las Cruces might be exactly what you're looking for. Another plus of Las Cruces, and a big one, is affordability and space. Now, I'm not going to pretend everything is super cheap everywhere, but compared to a lot of places in the country, your money definitely tends to stretch further here. For example, the average home price in Las Cruces is sitting around $250,000 to $300,000, depending on if it's a resale or versus new construction, new build homes. Yes, of course, you'll find higher prices in the Valley or in the Sonoma Ranch areas, while there are less expensive homes in the central and rural areas. New build homes are usually running between $300,000 to $375,000, depending on the area and the upgrades that you get. If you compare that to some major cities, it really puts everything into perspective. In places like Los Angeles, I believe the average home is well over $900,000 to over $1 million. In San Francisco, it's even higher. In Phoenix, you're usually looking around $450,000 to $550,000 range, depending on the area. And in Dallas, it's about $400,000 and up, especially in more like desirable neighborhoods. So when people come here to Las Cruces, they're often shocked that they can actually get a newer home for a decent price and decent size for what feels like a fraction of those markets. And it's not just about the price here. It's really about space. You get more room, more square footage, bigger lots in most cases, more open land to choose from if you want like a bigger ranch farm style, and less of that packed feeling you get in bigger metro areas, right? So if you've been feeling squeezed where you are now, where everything feels tight, expensive, and just competitive, that alone, just that idea alone can completely change your lifestyle here in Las Cruces. And again, I always say it's not that one place is better than another. It just depends what season of life you're in and what kind of pace and space you actually want around you. And the last thing I want to touch on is lifestyle and community. Las Cruces has a very local feel to it. It's not a big flashy city. And because of that, people just tend to connect more. You start recognizing faces, you start supporting small businesses that you like, and it just feels more personal. For me, personally, I know this might sound a little funny because I am a real estate agent, but I can't go to very many places without running into somebody that I know. And honestly, it's not just me because of my job. That's a pretty normal thing here for everybody. A lot of people here know each other or at least recognize each other. And that's not like a weird or intrusive thing. It's actually just very friendly. Like you'll see someone at the grocery store or a restaurant and it's just a quick, hey, how are you kind of community. That's what I'm talking about. It just feels very familiar in a very good way. And then there's the outdoors, of course. So you've got mountains, open skies, sunsets that honestly just never get old. They're beautiful and a lot of space just to step outside and reset if you need it. But again, I want to be real with you. It's not a perfect city and it is a smaller city. Things aren't always super convenient here or centralized like you'd find in a big like metro area. Job options can be more limited depending on your field, and the weather, especially in the summer, can take some getting used to. So it really comes down to the lifestyle fit that you're looking for. For some people, Las Cruces just feels exactly what they have been looking for. For others, it's just not the right match, and that is totally okay too. Again, I always say it's less about whether a city is good or bad and more about whether it fits you. So again, Las Cruces isn't perfect, but for the right person, it can be exactly what you're looking for. If this video helped you to get a better feel for what it is like here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe for more content about Las Cruces or living in Las Cruces. And if you want the other side of this, make sure to check out the video on Don't Move to Las Cruces until you watch this, because that'll really help you figure out if this is the right fit for you or not. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.